cared to know what was ahead. How is Canaan going to look like? Canaan may be better than this. Canaan may be the place God actually wants for us. Now, this place they were actually requesting was not allocated to them by Moses. It was their decision. You know, Moses was the one that divided the land. I said, okay, this tribe here, this tribe here. It was not Moses that allocated them. Moses was the leader, was the person God was using to lead them. They didn't wait for Moses to give them. They were just, this place is fine. Our cattle, they will enjoy. And then they just took that decision. And this decision, we saw the impact. Now, let's look at number 3. They did not consider the effect of their decision on other Israelites. Now, we're going to see that they were selfish here. Now, they were actually Anakims, stronger people, people like Goliath. Those were the people that were really living in Canaan. This part they occupied was just the Moabite, the Midianite. They were not as gallant as the Anakim. So they were just selfish about themselves. Okay, if this place is good, they now decide to take it. That's great. Since they saw that the place was good, they were not concerned about other people. Okay, would that place be better? It was just them. Selfishness. They didn't bother about others. Now, a child of God is not supposed to be selfish. You're supposed to consider others. Maybe you're head of a team, or you are working and then you have people under you. And then you work and money come. And then that's when you start remembering, I have this thing to do. I have this thing to do with money. And then the other people that help you to work, you know it's the money, only you. That's selfishness. As children of God, we shouldn't act like the tribe of Reuben and Gad and half tribe of Manasseh. We should consider others when we're taking decision. If this decision will negatively impact others, we should consider them. In Corinthians, Philippians chapter 2. Let's look at Philippians chapter 2, verse 4. Philippians chapter 2, verse 4. The place says, look not every man on his own thing, but every man also on the things of others. So we should not be selfish when you want to take a decision and the decision will impact somebody negatively. You should be kind enough to consider the person. So as we relate to people in school, as we relate to people in our places of work, as we relate to people even in our family, we should take our decision and consider others. Let's not be selfish like these two tribes of Israel. Now let's see the impact. Even though Moses approved their request, let's see some of the effects, some of the impacts of their request. Now we saw that first, it made other tribes to stumble and fight unnecessary war when they later made an altar of incense in attempt to identify their territory with the rest of Israel. Now we saw that in the course of our study, if a point came after the other tribe of Israel have settled in Canaan, and then these other people now came back, the men went and helped to fight Canaan and they occupied Canaan. When they came back home, they now decided to raise an altar. And then that provoked the other part of Israel, the 10 tribes that were in Canaan, and then they have to come, they fought a war, and then it brought unnecessary war. So there were impacts to their decision. So the second impact was that it brought a polarity between them and other tribes. It was more like a division, like you people are here and these people are here. It was a division they were bringing. They were supposed to trust God for Moses to allocate their territory for them, but they were concerned about their cattle. They were concerned about what they see, and then they made